Hello and welcome, my name is Charlotte and I am the High Heel Stitcher here on Flosstube and on Instagram. Welcome or welcome back. It's been about 6 weeks since my last video. It is currently the 29th of July 2025. In my last video I did say I was going to come back and do a review of the 2 retreats that I did in May. Obviously that never happened that week, or I think maybe the week after. We know that we had another family emergency, so things have been chaotic the last few weeks and my stitchy bug has just poof, gone. So I probably won't be doing that video. I think it's been too long. I will do a quick recap probably in this video of those 2 retreats, but it won't be as detailed. So let's get straight into it. I have had no finishes, but I've had some fully finished objects. I did a little bit of FFOing. One of them was a gift, which is the whole reason why I FFO'd them, and so I FFO'd 4 different things. 3 I have to show you and 1 was the gift. So the 3 were like a trial run before the proper one. So we will show you. So these are all fully finished the same way, and that is just lobbed over a canvas. So the first one is this cute little Team KLT Ollie owl. I want to say that's 14 or 16 count Ada. And I just smacked it over the canvas. And I have this little easel for them all. They are a little bit too small for them, but they do balance. So just sit like that, hopefully on top of the shelves at some point. So that was the first one. This chart I don't believe is available. It was part of one of the challenges that Kim from KLT Charting was doing a few years ago. All of these are. So the first one, Team KLT. The next one is Team KLT Presley Penguin. This one I believe is on a smaller count, so I think this one is on an 18 count. These are just all on the same, I think 5x8 or 5x7 canvases. And now this one has a lot more fabric. As you can see, I trimmed that one up, but I have not trimmed up this one, and I don't know if you can see, there is some marks down in this corner. There are muddy paw prints, and I'm pretty sure they are Lexi muddy paw prints. So I have not washed this project and I'm not cutting that fabric. So I've just kept that, and to me, I know that's always there. So, yes. So there's Team KLT Presley Penguin. That was for the second head-to-head challenge that Kim organised. And then my final FFO that I have here that I can show you is another, I think this was for the third head-to-head challenge that she did, and it's fueled by caffeine and chocolate. This is stitched on, I believe it's an 18 count Gems Dreams by Coyote Charting. So originally this had Team Coyote at the top and this Fueled By was at the bottom, so I moved the Fueled By at the top and moved this up. So, very cute. And this project is the one that I actually stitched on my wedding day. So this is it means a lot to me. So, yes. Very cute, very cute. I think I didn't have the proper brown that was charted, because he's a little bit darker than this Ollie. He's got a tan. So yes, that one I stitched on my wedding day, and I'm pretty sure this was the first thing I stitched on when we moved into the house. Yeah. So, and again, just lobbed it over a canvas. The corners are not the best, but they will do. My final FFO, I will have to put up a picture, and it was Friends. I think it's a Stitchrovia. It was one of my 33x33 projects and finishes, and it was gifted as a birthday present to my lovely friend Nat. Love it, live it, make it yours. So yes, loved that. I think it was stitched on an 18 count Darkness Comes by Coyote Charting. I believe I showed that finish in my last video. So those were my 4 fully finished objects. Moving on to new starts. I've had 3 new starts since my last video. The first one is Stupid Sexy Flanders by Happy Sloth Company, I think. And this is where this has got 3033 stitches in. So I've got the full outline done. I believe all this dark grey, dark blue, it's 939, so I think dark blue is done, and it's just filling now. This is stitched on an 18 count light blued Ada by Zweigart. So yes, I really like how he's turned out, and he's nice for Myth and Magic stitch rules because he's nice block stitching. My next new start finally started her after saying I was going to start her last year at the Bella Retreat and then this year at the Bella Retreat. I finally started her, and that is Holly Berry Pixie. She is just absolutely stunning. And this is where she is. So the wings are pretty much done. There is just a little bit of fill-in of some petite treasure braid. I have swapped so it calls for Kryneck, but I have swapped it out for petite treasure braid. I just feel like it's easier to work with. And this is 1277 stitches. This is a 32 count even weave in the colourway Lush by Coyote Charting. It was a limited edition. I am slowly digitizing this pattern so it is compatible with Pattern Keeper, and it has been a godsend. It is so much easier. Yes, it does take time, but I'm doing it in my lunch breaks at work, and it has been a lot easier to work with. So far I have digitized the wings, her hair, her face and her skin, and I'm working down in her dress now. So that is as far as she has worked on so far. I am mostly working on her at the moment. I'm really enjoying stitching on her. So yes. Oops. And that's one of my Bella Filipina retreat needle minders. Then my final new start so far is Osiris. It's a kit by Pain Free Crafts, and it's based on artwork by Laurie Prindle. It is absolutely stunning. This has only had one session, and that's all I've done. All I have done. That is 299 tent stitches. Yeah, and it's 0.15%. So yeah, absolutely tiny, but I really liked stitching on that. I am stitching on this when my husband's at work and working in the evenings, so he doesn't know that I'm stitching it. So, yes. So those are my new starts. And then the only other project that I've worked on is my project that I take when we have a stitchy meetup, and that is Jigsaw Dolphin. And this has had, so that's where we are at. I can't remember if you saw it before this, so it's either had 322 or about 660 stitches. I am currently at 40.69% on this project. The aim is whenever we have a stitchy meetup, I get 10% done. So in theory, 6 more meetups and this will be finished. The plan is to stitch all these jigsaw pieces until there, then move the frame and then work on the end, like his tail and the back end of him. This is 18 count Pompey Tides by KLT Charting, using the Cord 4 DMC. And that is all the stitching that I have for you. We will do plans. I will do a little bit of haul because obviously there was 2 retreats. I haven't really brought much apart after the retreats. It's mostly just the retreats, but I will show you a little bit and then we'll do life updates. So plans and a 33 or 33 update. So out of 33 projects, I have started 26 of them, finished 9, so I have 7 projects to go. The plan was to have 3 projects started in July. I have started 2 of those. Hollyberry Pixie was started on the 14th of July, and Osiris was started on the 24th of July. So I still need to have 1 more new start in July. And that was hopefully going to be Selkie. This was the freebie at the Sweary retreat in May. And I do have the threads. I kitted them up there and then. So this is part haul as well. So my thread choices. I have gone for Island Blue by the Gentle Art. Beautiful dark green. And then for the contrast colour, I have gone for Embers, which is a classic colour work. So those are my threads. I have not yet decided what fabric to use. It will be an Ada, I know that for a fact. It's just what one. So that is, see, it's coming out a bit darker. That's a bit better. So yeah. Don't know what fabric, but the plan is to pick something and start that in the next couple of days. So after that, the plan is to have 4 new starts in August. I know officially one of them is going to be Kaleidoscope Hippo, and that is going to be started on the 20th of August. I always start a hippo project on the 20th of August, and that is in memory of Erica. Her favourite animal was a hippo, so the plan is to start a hippo project every year on the anniversary of her passing. So 20th this year is going to be a Wednesday. Sorry. So yes, that is the one that I definitely know will be started. I'm not entirely sure what other ones will be. So if I can do 4 new starts in August, that will then leave me with 2 starts in September. One of them is going to be Poltergeist Pirates, and the other one, again, I don't know. The plan is to start ones that are fully kitted up, so I don't need to buy any fabric or threads. So work on projects that are fully kitted, that work on Pattern Keeper. That's the plan. But again, my Stitchy Bug has just, it's been AWOL. So even if I just put 100 stitches in that project, that's the new start. I have a feeling by the end of this challenge, I will be having a lot of projects in hand, which I don't really like doing, but we're almost at the end of this challenge. I will not be doing it again. we'll just wait and see how it goes. So yes, that is the plan. The next new start will be Selkie. Oh, it is by Cortonian Creations, who I met the lovely Maria at the Sweary retreat. So lovely lady, lovely lady. So let's get on to, let's do a quick review of the retreat. So the first one, Sweary Stitches, really good. Had a really lovely time, a little bit of drama, but that's okay. Met some lovely people, had a good laugh, and obviously did some shopping, did quite a bit of shopping. There was Rachel, Talking Dog Stitchery, had brought her shop, Stitchy Ferret, Not Enough Whip Bags, brought them. Sian from Urban Stitches was there. She had some lovely, she had some of her finishes that she brought, which were absolutely stunning. Maria, Cortonian Creations, was there. She brought her book that she's recently released. Very tempted with that, but I resisted. So yes, we'll mix it in with a little bit of haul. So Stitchy Ferret, I did get some things from her. So she had like a gumball machine where you paid £5. It was like a prize. You got a minimum of 2 needle minders, and then a potential of something bigger. So there was like a £5 off, a £10 off, and a thread choice. I did it a few times and I got some needle minders, which a couple of them I gave away, but I then won a thread of my choice, so I chose Sienna. It's coming out a little bit pinker, but it's a little bit orangey, so that's really lovely thread. So these are a couple of the needle minders that I got in that then Stitchy Ferret was also selling needle minders. Warning, there are some rude words on these needle minders, so please look away if they're not to your taste, but I found them absolutely hilarious. So the first one is okay. It's easily distracted by coffee, dragons and books. She is beauty, she is grace, she can stab you in the face. Let's keep the dumb fuckery to a minimum. And don't be a Contosaurus. I also brought some fabric from her. This is a piece of 18 count Ada. It's 18 by 20, and I brought it because it is the perfect size for a long dog sampler that I have. I think it's 1 down 3 across, which is the Christmas one. So the plan is to stitch that on here. So yes, very excited with that. I think that was everything that I got from her. I think. Yes, so from Rachel at Talking Dog, I got those threads. Oh no, This was another piece of Stitchy Ferret fabric. It's called Firework. It's a second because of some dye sports, but I think it's quite funky. I did get a couple of pins. So there's that one, and it's a little sparkly llama. I have a handbag coming that will display some pins, because I do have some Disney pins as well from when we went to Disney a few years ago, so I want to start showing them off and not keep them in a drawer. So what else? So from Rachel at Talking Dog, I got Seasons of the Heart, Heart of the Mountains from the Blue Flower, and Pigeon and Puddle. I mean, it's a pigeon in wellies. How cute is that? I just fell in love with that as soon as I saw it. And then I was going through some more, and I found some more birds in wellies. This is Quack Quack Honk by Erin Elizabeth Designs. Look at that. So cute. From the D-Stash table, I got Tudor Bee by the Blue Flower. From Not Enough Whip Bags, I did get a project bag. This one that currently has Osiris in it, and another one. That again has some projects in it. And it was witch's shoes, so I couldn't not. That one has my pizza slice and Helm's Deepin. This has turned into a full-on haul. I also got these parking bobbins from Rachel at Talking Dog, but that one I got at the Bella retreat 2 weeks later when I saw her again. Also from the D-Stash table, I got some fabric. Actually, I think they were from Nat before she put them on the D-Stash table, so I got them as well. I think that is pretty much everything that I got at this Geeters Snow Fun. This was a table gift from the lovely Margaret from the Sweary Stitches, who works at Geeters in Canada. So I just love the snowman one. Absolutely adorable. So that was the Sweary. 2 weeks later at the Bella, I worked on Mayari, and Hawkins Hobbies had their shop, Denko Designs, and Rachel Talking Dog was there also. Kate from Crafty Kate brought her fabrics. I had brought a piece of fabric before I pre-ordered it and collected it at the retreat, and that was Valeris. I originally got this for the Siren Sale by Bella Filipina, but now he's brought out a new design called Freya, and it's this beautiful mermaid on a giant seahorse, and I absolutely love it. So I'm tempted to repurpose this fabric for that. So that is a potential, which I'll be a little bit annoyed with, because I do have the embellishment pack for that, but there's a lot of drama around that chart and design, so I'm not entirely sure if I do want to stitch it anymore. Again, every year we get a freebie from Drin, and this year it was Maya. Isn't she beautiful? I know a few people have finished her. I will be stitching her at some point, and I'm thinking of doing her on a very pale green fabric. While we were at the retreat, I saw a finish of this lovely lady, Soul Tropica, and she was absolutely stunning. So I had to get that chart. I also, a few people were stitching on this, and again I fell in love. So this was Esmeralda, and somebody was destashing this full kit for £30. So I was like, yep, done. So it does have, I think that's DMC Diamante. I will potentially swap that out for Petite Treasure Braid, and it does have some like braid fabric in there, and I might swap that one out, but it has all the DMCs, all the beads. So yeah, I thought that was an absolute bargain for £30. Also from the same lady who was destashing that, I got some Supernova 32 count fabric. Now this is the fabric that I'm stitching Mayari on, but just sparkly version. Oh, I got this. Amazing. Block of wood. You put your bobbins in there and they like stand up, so you can always see your bobbins, and under here is a magnet, so you can put your needles on there as well. Love that. Brought some 40 count siren from Fabrics by Crafty Kate. Oh, my needle minders for the retreat. And I was like, I don't need any more needle minders. I've got loads, don't need any. And then I saw this and I was like, oh, yeah, no, I need that. I absolutely need that. And it's a pirate ship. So that is going on my Poltergeist Pirates. Absolutely love that. And that's by Dinko Designs. I got the Year in the Woods 2, the first one, which is the Wolf. I've then signed up for an auto ship, and the second one came a few weeks ago, and it is the Sugar Glider. While I was at the Bella, this lovely lady called Laura came over saying, I won this in the raffle last month at the, I think the Mirabilia retreat, and as soon as I won it, I knew that it would be perfect for you. So she gave me this Bothy Threads kit. I do already have this kit, so I'm keeping the one that I was gifted, and I will be maybe like exchanging the other one, doing a swap, or I may just give it away on a future video. Yeah, how lovely, absolutely lovely was that. In the raffle I also won this kit. Again, this is something that I probably won't stitch, but I thought it was quite cute. Is the full kit. And it's called Winter House. then there was a bit of drama at the Bella retreat with the fact that I lost my Lowry pin for the arm. So I couldn't stitch because I had no pin and the arm just would have just kept falling. I sort of managed to keep it up with a piece of plastic, but it wasn't steady at all, so I was having a little bit of a meltdown with the fact that I wasn't going to be able to stitch properly all weekend. I was on the phone to the hubby going, have you seen it? Is it next to where my Lowry normally is in the living room? I think I might have taken it upstairs, so is it upstairs? Checked the hotel room, checked everywhere, checked my trolley. No, couldn't find it. Great, okay, fine. I then went out to the car. Oh, I found a replacement on Very Crafty. I think they were like £2.50 or £3.50 each. I was like, I'm gonna get two. And then I've always got a spare one if I lose it again. Went out to the car and I see it on the ground next to my car. So I'd already ordered from Very Crafty these two pins, which are here. I was like, well, I'm not going to cancel the order because one, it's always good to have spare, and two, I ordered something else with that because they can't just travel alone. And I ordered this Buffy Walk on the Wild Side kit, mostly because I was a tiger on. Yeah, I couldn't travel alone, so I got that as well. Then the only other thing that I've ordered since then, mostly one other thing, was this project bag by Canny Little Fox, and it has zebras and tigers and leopards, and yeah, so I was like, yeah, no, I love that, I need that, so I got that. I have one more piece of haul to show, and it is this Bothy book. As soon as this was released, I was like, yeah, no, I need that. Absolutely need that. It's a mixture of so it's a mixture of, I won't show you the chart, but it's a mixture of Madeira, thread, DMC and anchor, and for each project you get two different charts, one with the back stitch and one without the back stitch. So what Bothy normally do if you buy a kit. So my only thing with this is that the chart goes over 2 pages that way, so it is a little bit difficult to see the symbols at the seam, but it's not impossible. So yes, I am looking forward to stitching some of those. There is quite a few in this book, some of which are already kits and some that are just in this book, so I am looking forward to doing them. I may do what I'm doing with Hollyberry, and I may digitize it for Pattern Keeper. So yes. Anyway, that was my haul. Bella retreat at the end of May, again fantastic, it's always a good retreat. Met some lovely people, sat next to the lovely Keely from Cakes and Stitches, and her stitching is her stitches are so neat, it's so beautiful, so I would highly recommend checking out her videos. So yes, also would like to shout out Sally, Stitchy Sally. She gave me a lovely shout out on one of her videos. I don't think it's the most recent one. I'm so behind on YouTube, and I'm just getting more and more behind on it. Yeah, so also the lovely Sid and Stitch gave me a lovely shout out. She is hopefully moving soon, if she's not already moved. Again, so far behind on Flosstube. Yeah, moving to Wales, so if you have moved, I hope it went smoothly. If you haven't yet moved, I hope it does go smoothly. I know moving can be a ball ache. Yes. That's all my stitching basically, and that's all my haul and plans. So if you have made it this far, thank you very much. I will do a quick life update and then that will be me done. So if you are leaving me now, thank you very much for spending some time with me. So, life update. After my last video, we had a phone call from another to say Grandad had another fall, and I was like, oh no. So took him to hospital. I went, I think it was a Friday night. So went to the hospital with them, and they said it looks like he may have had a stroke. So they wanted to obviously do a scan, head scan, and keep him in. He was slurring a lot of his words, and he couldn't remember the fall, but he knew where he was. So he was a little bit confused, but not about where he was. He knew he was in hospital. So they took him up to the stroke ward. They said, we're doing this as a precaution because obviously it does look like he's had a stroke, but it could also be a couple of other things. If it is a stroke, then at least he's in the right place. So next day they did some more tests, and it turns out that yes, he did have a stroke. He's lost the ability to swallow, so he wasn't able to eat or drink, and he then lost strength in his arm. So we are now, I think, week 3 or 4, even maybe even week 5 after that. He had to have he's still in hospital. I'm actually not going to go into too much detail, but then last week was going to go see him on the Monday. We had a medical emergency at work, and I really unfortunately wasn't feeling it, and I know that's not the right way to be. But then it turns out on the Tuesday we get a message from Mum. He has COVID, and so does Mother. So I think it may have been like a blessing in disguise, with the fact that if I had gone on the Monday, I may have caught COVID, potentially. Still haven't had COVID, thankfully, touch wood, but yeah, it's just one thing after another at the moment. He is now testing negative, which is a really good thing. He's he felt fine in himself. He just needed a bit more oxygen. So hopefully he is now on the mend with that. Feeding tube's been taken out. He can eat a little bit more now. So he's going in the right direction, but he's had a lot happen in a very short space of time, and it is fully affecting me mentally and physically, and I am really struggling. It is what it is. Unfortunately, there's nothing really we can do at this stage. I am unable to get a doctor's appointment because whenever I call up or do the e-consult, they're like, no, not available, and they won't give me one for, you know, 2 or 3 weeks time. So I'm just dealing with it myself. So thankfully I have an amazing group of friends, and Daryl has been amazing. He's been my rock, so we just keep on trucking. I have also decided that I'm not happy with the way that I look. I am needing to lose weight, so I am also on a weight loss journey, and if you've been here for a long time, you will know, you've said this multiple times before, you're going to lose some weight and then you never fucking do. So I am determined to lose some weight. Since I started this journey, I've lost, so it was 7 pounds, but I put on a pound this week, last week. So I have lost some weight. It is not going off as quickly as I would have hoped, but 6 pounds is actually quite a lot, and I'm trying to remember that it is a lot and to be proud of that. We have, some of the stitchers have set up a group chat and we are all motivating each other, and that has really helped keep me motivated, because by this time, I think we've been doing it just under 2 months. So 6 pounds in 2 months is not the best, but for me, I've lost it and hopefully I can keep it off. So, but I have lost, yeah, I've lost that, and I've not lost the motivation. There has been there was a couple of weeks ago where I had lost the motivation, but I got back on it, and that's what I don't normally do. Once I've lost the motivation, that's it, I'm done. But we got it back because there is that group. We've got other people going through the same, and I think that's what is changed this time. Daryl is also helping and doing it with me, so we're going out on longer walks. I brought a cross trainer when I was a teenager living at mum's, and I thought mum had got rid of it. Turns out it's just in the shed, so we brought that back round. The electronic display doesn't work. It's really old. Daryl had to WD-40 it so it didn't squeak. It's unsteady, but it's there. I can use it if I want to. I think we've had it 2 months and I've used it 3 times, but it's there if I want to. And Daryl's always like, are you going on it? Daryl's going on it every day, so he's on it, but he goes on it in the morning before work, whereas I am at work at 8 and I'm not getting up early to go on it. That I ain't got that much motivation. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to stop now. It's currently like 6:30. I haven't had dinner, so I'm going to go edit this video. I might cut out some of the rambling, and let's go do some dinner. So thank you very much if you have watched this all the way through and listened to me just waffle on. I really appreciate it. I hope you're all getting in some stitchy time, and I will I don't know when I'm next gonna be doing a video. It will be whenever I get the motivation to do it. So and if I actually get any stitching done. So thank you very much, and I will hopefully see you soon. Bye.